y'all seen this? It's gotta be tough to be a black Republican right now. First, Trump, when he gets elected, he overlooks all of y'all that was out there on the campaign trail stumping him, telling us to vote for him. Byron Donald even told us
during Jim Crow, the black family was together.
Yeah, that's right.
while he was out there smoking cigars and telling us to vote for Trump. Tim Scott was on every TV show that you could think of or that would let him on, telling us to vote for Trump. Trump overlooked them, and the only person he put on his calendar as a black man is Scott Turner. He was a no-name Republican that could not get elected in California, moved to Texas, was installed in Texas, and then Trump elevated him to HUD secretary. That man has a purpose of his own. He's not like Byron Donald and Tim Scott. Byron Donald and Tim Scott are old blood Republicans. Scott Turner is one of those MAGA Republicans that's going to allow himself to be used for any which way that Donald Trump says. And that itself is why a lot of the established black Republicans may be having a hard time feeling slightly froze out of the process. We've even seen Byron Donald recently shy away from, his proclamation that he wants to run for governor in the state of Florida. Why is that? I don't know. You see Tim Scott, whose small business program empire legacy be dismantled by Trump, he says no. Not only do we see established black Republicans being overlooked, we're also seeing that their legacy of legislation is being negatively impacted, and they're saying nothing about it. Tim Scott, you gotta be ashamed of yourself. He spent years championing small business programs in South Carolina, only for the Trump administration to come in and dismantle it in less than 100 days. And you're silent. But he's not the only one. Byron Daniels went into a town hall meeting recently, last night, and tried to push more of the Trump rhetoric. And this is what he got.
Don't move. Are you ready? You ready for the other half of it? The previous president, President Biden. So you don't want to hear the full story. You guys want to hear the full story. Allow me to explain the full story. When you're ready, I'm going to tell you, because I don't want you to yell and not hear the full story, because you're not listening.
Can't help but notice that black Republicans almost overwhelmingly are elected in areas that are reflective of white populations. When you see these town hall meetings and these black men are up in front of white people, and these white people are shouting and yelling at them, what does that remind you of? Now, I'm not saying that all black Republicans are trash, but I can't help but notice the silence and the just complacency that is coming from them as we're seeing all of this go on. Don't forget that these were the individuals that, before the election, told us that a Trump victory was going to bring great things to the black community. Never forget, Byron Donald told us that black America was better under Jim Crow. As a grandson of individuals that lived in the Jim Crow South, and the stories that I was told growing up, Byron.